We'll head around to all the towns, head away, holiday. South Aussie with Cosi's on sit down. South Aussie with Cosi. In South Australia we will go, head away, holiday. South Australia all the way, South Aussie with Cosi.
G'day and welcome to another episode of South Aussie with Cosi. We start the show right here on the roadside, just outside of Narracourt. Had to pull up, this gum tree is solid gold. Windmill, sunset, black Angus cow, think burgers, God, glorious. South Aussie with Cosi is all about travelling in South Australia. What I want you to do, right, is basically in a nutshell, spend less time working and more time with your family and friends. Life is short, so why do you delay taking a holiday? There's no better spot to do it than in the world's best backyard, right here in South Australia. You wait till you see what's on the show. We'll give you the chance to win $500 to spend at Trims. You can enter now, trims.com.au. Our Foodland Mighty South Aussie will be Callum Ferguson. The fairies will pop in and say g'day. And just by liking us on Facebook, you could be off for a weekend away to Moonta Bay. The King family from Ashton sent me in these photos of their trip to Melrose. They stay with relatives, which means they save big bucks when it comes to accommodation. Smart thinking. Good job, Kingo! Just for making it onto South Aussie with Cosi, you're in the draw to win $500 cash, all thanks to Adelaide Arcade. To enter, all you need to do is head to southausieWithCosi.com.au. What are we doing on the jetty of Coffin Bay before the sun's even had a chance to properly come up? Well, we're going to go fishing in one of the wildest locations in South Australia, Greenlee Island. I just want to point out though, this morning when we got up, we've just walked out here to go to the jetty. Just at the base of the jetty, 5 kangaroos. How South Australian is that? This fishing trip, I believe, will be one of the best things I've ever done in my life. Time will tell. Eyre Peninsula's an absolute hidden gem of South Australia. It's a good half day or more drive from Adelaide, or you can jump on a plane from the city. Rex Airlines has tons of flights that leave Adelaide to Port Lincoln every day, and it only takes 30 minutes to get here. Before you know it, you're out on a boat doing a spot of fishing. Okay, we are at our first fishing spot. Lawso's just dropped his down, bang, straight onto a fish. We're 3 hours out of Coffin Bay, and I've got one as well. Doesn't feel massive. But what a start. 2 lines in, 2 fish. There you go. A sweep, am I right, Captain? Sweep? So how's that? 2 lines in, 2 fish within, what, Lawso? 2 minutes?
Oh, if that, mate, if that. Only bigger. Another one, mate.
Okay, mate, I'm ready. Bring him towards me.
Hit first.
Yeah. Oh, that's good netting. No, I netted it. Technically, I caught it.
You can take the credit for that one, Cos.
After leaving Coffin Bay, 5 hours later in the boat, we end up here at Greenlee Island. This place is phenomenal. Not only does our captain Glenn reckon that this is where some of the wildest fishing in SA is, kingfish, trevally, tuna, also a mecca for wildlife. We have seen hundreds of seals already. The bird life here is fantastic. He's the captain of Coffin Bay Fishing Charters. His name is Glenn. Mate, thanks for having us on board. Captain,
Pleasure.
what do you guys offer people that want to go out for a bit of a fish?
We got a range of trips. We offer one-day trips out to snap fishing in the Deepwater Reef in the morning, and then out to the whiting grounds off Farm Beach and Point Sir Isaacs in the afternoon for whiting.
Yep.
We provide you with breakfast and lunch and drinks. And then the long range trips that we've just done here to Greenlee Island are for 2 days, 1 night, or 3 days, 2 nights. And everything's included. All the bait, all the tackle, and all the meals and drinks are all included in the cost.
So why would you encourage people to come out and take the extra time and spend a couple of days and do the overnighter?
Well, as you've seen, the fishing,
Yeah.
and 2, just the scenery and the fact that we're in an area that doesn't have a lot of fishing effort on it.
Yep.
And it's spectacular.
We're about a kilometre off Rocky Island. We've jagged something. We're hoping it's tuna. Hey! What have you got, Simon?
Got 10 kilo,
You hold it.
southern bluefin tuna.
Have a look at that. That's a ripper. It's exactly what we came for. Jeez, what a ripper. Hang around because up next the fishing gets even better than we could ever have imagined.
South Aussie with Cosi.
Hi guys, I'm Taylor Walker from the Adelaide Crows and you're watching South Aussie with Cosi.
South Aussie with Cosi.
Callum Ferguson grew up playing for the Prospect Cricket Club and he's played over 31 days for Australia before having a bad knee injury. Oh. Nowadays he represents South Australia in the Adelaide Strikers and also the Redbacks. Let's find out what this Foodland mighty South Aussie loves about South Australia.
Best place for a palmy in SA, I'd have to say it's either the Alma Tavern or the Earl of Leicester, the other side, south of the city. It's absolutely fantastic and both of them are absolutely massive. I think one region of South Australia I haven't been to but I'd really like to is probably the Flinders Ranges. I've heard great things, a lot of my mates have been over and done some camping, so I'd love to get over there and do some of that.
South Aussie with Cosi.
Okay, I know what you might be thinking. Oh my God, it's an older version of One Direction. It isn't the case. Just a group of my mates got Hodjo, Tomo, Lawso and Bomber. We're doing the Bank SA Challenge. We're doing a fishing charter with Coffin Bay Fishing Charters, obviously out of Coffin Bay. It's an overnighter. That means 2 days fishing and a full night where you actually sleep on the boat. But we're doing it a little bit differently because I want to show you guys how easy and affordable it is to do a fishing charter. Not only do you not have to worry about bait, tackle, cleaning the boat, owning a boat, and all of those things, you also get to keep your catch. Now, depending on how much you catch, that can mean saving you hundreds of dollars. So, for the next 2 days, boys, we are fishing to try to see how much money we can raise by catching fish. Let's do it. Gonna need you guys to kind of not touch each other as much. How good is this? We've got a double hook up. We've just caught a tuna and both of these boys are on the back of the boat here. What's your gut feeling, Glenn? What do you think it could be?
Oh, these are the southern bluefins.
Oh, we're gonna whack one of these cool things on him. Hodgie! You right, Hodgie?
Yeah.
I'm here to support you, mate.
You're doing a good job,
We're still going. We've been fighting these two fish. It's a double hookup. We've been fighting it for about 12 minutes now. You can see Hodgie here. He's using his man boob for a little bit of leverage against what could be a massive tuna. Stay with us, folks.
He's got some colour.
There he comes. Can you see it? Oh, also, nice work.
Yeah, he's going to go under the boat, just wait and let it come back down. That's bigger.
Okay, Hodgie's now been battling his tuna for, well, almost 15 minutes. Glenn, you got a quick tuna fact to kill some time?
Second fastest fish in the sea next to the swordfish. Can swim to up to around 60 knots, not for a prolonged period, but...
How big could we be talking right here?
Oh, this is probably 15 to 20 kilo range, this one.
That's unreal, isn't it?
And they do grow to 100 kilos more.
Okay, the boys at the back have got another double hookup of these bluefin tuna. I just cannot believe the size of the fish and the number. We've got Bomber here from Hamley Bridge going hard on one over there, and Tomo from Parsfoo on York Peninsula going hard here. This is good fishing. I can't believe we bagged out on bluefin tuna. Man, what an unforgettable afternoon with some of my best mates, and we got ourselves some very impressive photographs to show the grandkiddies down the track. The other thing that you just can't go wrong with these fishing charters is that you get weighted on hand and foot. Glenn, not only are you our captain, you're also our chef.
That's
What's
right.
for dinner tonight?
Well, we have some nanagai that we caught today,
Yep.
and swallowtail, some trevally, obviously the tuna.
Oh yeah.
And we've also got some oysters from Brian and Penny Swincer of Sea Fresh Oysters in Coffin Bay.
Do you know, mate, one of the best seafood meals I ever had was a tuna steak at Coffin Bay. It's just simply gold, just tuna steak on the barbie, bit of sauce, done.
Yep, well, we'll do that.
All right, let's get into him.
So I'm just going to take this line off. Just cutting through the tail here.
Brand new knife.
With
just
my
for
new
tonight,
knives
eh?
from Mike Hunt at Streaky Bay. Beautiful knives they are.
South Australian made knife for a South Australian fish.
Handmade.
Out of all the fish in South Australia, what would you prefer to eat the most? What do you reckon is the best?
Well, actually, I really like the nanagai.
Heaps of people say that.
Yeah. But I also like my tuna. So, and that's the top line.
Look at that. If people are watching and thinking, yeah, I'm going to book one of these, Coffin Bay tours, when's the best time to go out for the big stuff, the tuna and doing the overnight trips?
Generally, the long range stuff starts in March, April and May, those 3 months, because we do get the better conditions in May after Easter, but certainly March, April and May. This is the window where the winds ease off. We haven't got really hot days, we've got nice conditions, pleasant nights, and it's not too cold and not too hot.
The other thing I've got to point out as well is that when you do actually come on one of these charters, I can't believe as a customer how little you actually have to do. You guys bust your backsides. You're up at like basically 5. We didn't go to bed last night till almost midnight fishing for kingfish. But not only that, we don't have to do anything. You guys even bait the hooks and take the fish off.
We do if you need it. We like to train you though after the first day.
Well, you cannot complain, Glenn. You would have to say a successful couple of days fishing.
Been a good day.
Mate, this is our highlight. I cannot believe we all got a tuna.
Yeah.
That is just solid gold. And it just goes to show, mate, what sort of fishing is out here around Coffin Bay. Thanks so much.
It's paradise.
Now, the million-dollar question is, I'm trying to say to people, doing fishing charters like the Coffin Bay fishing charter right here is actually a good way to not only spend a little bit of money and pump it back into the economy, you also make some back because you get to take home the fish. How much was all this fish worth? Well, to find out that, we need to head to the central markets. Up next, we'll find out how much our catch of fish is worth, and we'll tell you how you could win a free trip to Moonta.
South Aussie with Cosi.
Welcome back, folks. We're doing the Bank SA Fishing Challenge over on Eyre Peninsula. What we're doing is crunching the numbers to find out just how economical a fishing charter can actually be. Now, the million-dollar question is, how much was all this fish worth? Well, to find out that, we need to head to the central markets. From Coffin Bay to Central Markets, that's where we are right now at Sam Tass. I've got Costa here. He's the head of Sam Tass, and he's going to help us out by working out how much dollar value roughly we caught with the fish from Eyre Peninsula. Now, Costa, we caught 62 kilos of bluefin tuna, and that's 62 kilos of just fillets, no heads or guts or bone.
Bluefin tuna,
Yeah.
magnificent. It is regarded as one of the best tunas in the world. It's a nice fish to have here in South Australia, and it's mainly exported overseas. When we do have it in, which is an absolute rarity,
Yep.
its value is around about $40 a kilo.
$40 a kilo, cool. We caught 14 kilos of whole trevally.
Trevally, you're looking at around $10 a kilo for that.
Yep, cool. We caught 12 kilos of nanagai, that's whole.
Yeah, nanagai, you're looking at around $11 a kilo for the nanagai.
Yep. 14 kilos of snapper, and again, that's whole.
Around about $20 a kilo for the snapper.
You said earlier that's your favourite eating fish.
That is my
yeah?
favourite eating fish. It is actually the most popular fish as its whole form, and it's
Yeah.
absolutely magnificent. We sell a lot of baby snappers here every week. It's actually incredible the amount we sell.
We caught 8 squid just by themselves.
8 squid, the southern calamari also known as.
Yep.
It is one of the best squids in the world also, and it's very versatile. You can cook it either way, but you're looking at around $20 a kilo for that.
Yep, cool. And 2 Tommy Ruffs. I
Two
caught those.
Tommy Ruffs. Australian herring also.
Oh, yes.
Yes, and they're roughly around $10 a kilo for them.
Okay, so that's our values. It's time now to get the calculator out. Let's work out roughly how much the value of fish we caught from Coffin Bay was. It's a grand total of over $3,000 worth of fish. Of course, remember, it's actually illegal to sell fish. I'm just trying to give you a guide of actually what it's worth. Now, there were 5 of us boys on the fishing charter. That means that each of us brought home over $600 worth of fish. Our neighbours and relatives were stoked. Given the 2-day and 1-night fishing charter with Coffin Bay fishing charters cost just over $1,000, depending on the time of year and fuel price and all that sort of thing, that means we well and truly got over half of what we paid for back in fresh fish. Not only is this fishing tour one of the best things I've ever done, when you crunch the numbers, it's actually amazing value. We're here at Metro Holden on Port Road, and would you take a look at this? A brand spanking new ute, and wouldn't you just die for one of these? The good thing about them is they are produced right here in South Australia, and we should be very, very proud of the 3,500 people that work out at the Holden plant, so good on you for producing things like this. Now, as you know, every week on South Aussie with Cosi, we do give away a bit of a family holiday. Yep, you could be heading somewhere just like this. You know, they say you've never travelled till you've been to Moonta. Well, you could be off for free to stay at the Moonta Bay Caravan Park. Have a look at this place. Talk about well located, it's right on the foreshore. Beautiful. Do you know there's over 400 South Australian holiday locations in the Shorts Holiday book? If you'd like to win a Shorts holiday package for free, all thanks to the South Australian Tourism Commission, just like us on Facebook. It's only going to take you a couple of seconds and you could be enjoying a free weekend away. Head to Facebook, look up South Aussie with Cosi and click like. Good luck.
Hi, I'm Mason. You're watching South Aussie with Cosi.
South Aussie with Cosi. South Aussie with Cosi.
Here we are in Murray Bridge. This is actually where I was born. Well, not right here. I was born in the hospital up the road. You know, in South Aussie with Cosi, we generally take things pretty lightly. Like, we don't get too serious. But there is an issue that starts right here that I think is worth getting serious about. You see, there's an icon in South Australia that's in a world of trouble at the moment, and it needs your help. That icon is the mighty Murray River. Do you know what? We've got over 600 kilometres of Murray River that weaves its way through South Australia. So this is definitely something worth fighting for. You see, the River Murray is under threat because basically too much water is being taken out of the river. You could really see this in the recent drought. The lower lakes began to dry up and parts of the Coorong were actually 5 times saltier than the sea. Riverbanks collapsed and the Murray mouth almost closed. The mouth needed to be dredged for 8 years so that salt could be flushed from the river. In a nutshell, our river needs more water. If you want to find out what you can do to help the River Murray, join South Australia's Fight for a Healthy River at fightforthemurray.com.au.
South Australia still relies very heavily on the River Murray for its drinking water supplies. As the quality of the water becomes worse, as salinity rises, that really threatens the whole South Australian economy. So this is a very big issue for our state. It couldn't be a more important economic, social or environmental issue. We know that 93% of the waters of the river are taken by the upstream states. We only take 7%. And that's really the whole of the question here, is the people that have taken too much out need to put some back so that we can have a healthy river.
You know, I reckon it's when I had kids is when I started to really care about the River Murray a lot more. You got to think about all the times you spent on the River Murray when you were younger, and you want to make sure that your kids have the same opportunity to do that with a healthy River Murray when they're older. But you know, I'm not the only South Aussie that loves the mighty Murray. Another one is former Adelaide Crows legend, Mark Rasciuto.
Fight for the Murray. The Murray's the backbone of the state. I reckon it used to be the old highway, and for Riverlanders, where it's the food bowl. It's where all their money and livelihood comes from, and it's just one of the most important things about South Australia. I got memories from a very young age right up to now. I still go up the river all the time, whether it's up at Wakery or whether it's at Walker's Flat. We've got a property up there called Arooma Ski Resort, so we head up there at every opportunity we get, and the kids love it. They're already just starting to go out in the tube, and we do a lot of water skiing and, as I said before, fishing, yabbing and camping on the river. We love it.
I got a couple of Murray Bridge residents going for a stroll along the Murray. We've got Josh and Belinda. I've got that around the right way, haven't I?
Yes.
Now, why is it so important that we fight for the River Murray?
Oh, it's just such a beautiful, beautiful landscape of Murray Bridge and of the river. We love going out, water skiing. We do a lot of water sports.
Yeah, I mean, it's the lifeblood of this community. You know, like just coming out here. You know, there's recreational things to do, as Belinda said, and you know, we just want this place to be around and enjoyed for our kids and generations to come.
This is Marissa here. She's my work experience girl from Flinders Uni. She's been helping me out with the whole Fight for the Murray campaign. Thanks, mate. Look, you too can get involved. It's really, really simple. You're probably sitting on your iPhone or your iPad right now. Head to fightforthemurray.com.au and we'll see you there. You might be sitting at home right now saying to your friend or your partner, wow, how is Cosi always so sharply dressed? Well, the answer, my friends, is behind me, Trims. They deck me out in clothes every episode of South Aussie with Cosi. Great South Australian company, been around for over 75 years, and this is their store here on King William Street. But enough about me. The question is, what can they do for you? Well, my friends, come inside. Oh, how's that for timing? Get to the light. Then gets hit by a car. How would you like to win $500 to spend right here in Trims on whatever you like? Well, you can, and it's really, really easy. Just go to their website, trims.com.au, register, and you'll have $500. Whose dog is that? $500 to spend on whatever you like. It can be Levi's, North Face, or my favourite South Australian brand, this stuff here, RM Williams.
South Aussie with Cosi.
Well, that's it for another episode of South Aussie with Cosi. We're finishing it from right here on Portrush Road with the fairies, Barnaby and Harmony. What's the best thing about living in South Australia?
Oh, it has to be the beautiful South Australian honey.
Oh, and the beautiful botanic gardens.
A couple of things before I let you go. Don't forget the website, southaussiewithcosi.com.au. You could win yourself a holiday. And also, request me as a Facebook friend. Are you guys on Facebook?
I don't know.
The fairies are on Facebook.
We'll see you next week. Take care. All right, now, what was it? Jump, jump.
One more time.
Okay, go.
Jump, jump.
Stop! Jump, jump, stop!
Slide, wiggle, 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 slide.
In South Australia we will go, head away, holiday. South Australia all the way, South Aussie with Cosi.
South Aussie with Cosi is proudly brought to you by the South Australian Tourism Commission.
South Aussie with Cosi.
I like possums.